Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Anna, and today we're doing something a little bit different. So, today we are doing a bit of a theory video about golf ball, free smart, and a science museum in IDFB. First up, what is the science museum? Okay, originally appearing in IDFB 1, the science museum is a dilapidated building within the Oil City. I'm just not noticing that me putting the there makes no sense. It houses many odd items, most of which are references to Typal, a game previously made by the Hongs. Oh, Hongs. Hongs? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the name. And all of them are in a made up language, as you can see here. Well, partially see if it's blurry. According to Neil, Prisma has something to do with it, but the exact details, aka any details, is a secret. Golf Ball originally shows excitement about going in, but afterwards tells TB that they have to leave, but she's not sure why. While in the museum, Golf Ball spots a broken vase in a line, which triggers a flashback where right ball, who's right here, is seen hiding behind a vase from an unknown shadow hunting them with a spiked bat. Because, of course, it is quite obvious that the object who hid, referred to as the show as Bozo, is a younger GB from the fact that they quite literally share the same asset, but Bozo's is lighter and doesn't have dimples, and also from how they have the exact same expression and pose af- after the flashback. Interestingly, though, this is the only time that Golf Ball gets called a bozo in the series. Thanks to Pencil! Because ever since the beginning of BFDI, but Golf Ball has been called a bossy bot. But after BFDI A3, Pencil starts calling GB a quote, bozo brained bossy bot. He does it again, and 5A, and 10, and then somehow making it worse in episode 11 by calling her bozo butt face right in her face. This is something that Fries also picks up in BFDIA 6 and 7, but that's less notable here. Okay. The Pencil and GB go on to fight, well, more, such as in BFDIA and BFDIA 4 and 5, to Golf Ball's bossy leadership, where in the former, Pencil is sent to the incinerator that GB just casually has, and the latter, Pencil just leaves with Match. Match. Okay, say she leaves with Match, but Match was already eliminated. But yeah, Pencil leaves with Ruby, Ice Cube, and Book, and also Master Bubble, who are eliminated and thought to be dead respectively, to form Free Smart. so, yeah. After this, they mostly leave each other alone. At least when it comes to to each other as a whole and not their teams. Which is again like probably due to them being A on different teams and B, well, Golf Ball being glued to a tree for I think yeah about 3 episodes. And then it all comes back in BFDI 10 and the Beautiful Face Devotion Institute, which fun fact is the acronym of BFDI. Well, I guess BFDI is an acronym of it, but whatever. Where GB is one of the 2 people who do not want to join, but of course she is forced to by Tennis Ball, and in the next episode, as we can see here, she is the one who disbands it. Uh, while on this team, though, GB does take leadership because she's Golf Ball, and assigns everyone but herself a job. And as we can see here, Pencil tries to fight this, but Golfa reflects it because, quote, she doesn't want to get into this debate again. Which is fine back to the BFDI too, and a similar argument she had with Rise. After this, it seems that Pencil and GB are back to fighting due to, again, the aforementioned Boza Buttface comment, and also how pretty much like all of Team No Names and Free Smart's scenes and BFDI 12 is Free Smart spying on GB and Tennis Ball and trying to ruin their plans. To be fair though, this is likely just for the contest, especially since Neil, a very new member of Free Smart, she was the one who started it in this episode. But I still find it noteworthy in case this becomes a pattern later on. And, well, speaking of Free Smart, they aren't exactly very good. Like, 'cause don't get me wrong, I love Free Smart. They are one of my favorite teams. But morally, they are questionable. 'Cause, well, Free Smart is one of the less violent teams in BFDI, which shouldn't be as difficult as this. They are no stranger to it and are fairly hostile. After Free Smart's creation, there are plenty of patterns in many of the episodes that just keep repeating, as as, as at least one of the members does the following. A is violent towards the other teams in all episodes, episode 10, because who could have guessed not to one but all of the same team. Find the other Free Smarters, which, admittedly, this one only happened to 4 episodes, but still pretty notable, I would say. Uh, and and then they either fight with another team, I shouldn't say either, because in every episode after that creation, they fight with another team and fight with their teammates. Because welcome to Free Smart, I guess. Uh, Free Smart is also one of the more reckless teams, which, again, not exactly an easy feat in BFDI. Between repeatedly stealing the recovery centers, haphazardly using the paint gun, and Ice Cube sacrificing challenges for revenge, Free Smart is not good at making decisions, which we can actually see multiple times over here displayed by Ruby and Pencil. Speaking of Pencil, who was pretty much in all but officiality their leader, that she is kind of manipulative, because she repeatedly threatens to kick Ruby out, and often ignores and sacrifices Ice Cube, and sometimes Book. That and And then later in BFB, which, to be fair, is about 2 seasons later, oh, 1 season later? 2 or 1 season later, depending on how you count it, she and Match end up demoting Bubble, who has always been by their side twice, and forced to do things she doesn't want to do. So, what are they doing with the museum? Well, remember how Needle was the one who told Golf Ball about Free Smart's secret in the Science Museum? Well, as we mentioned earlier, now in BFDI 12, she is officially a member of Free Smart, which actually explains why she knows. And this also brings up that Needle is scared of Free Smart, which, considering that, at least in the past, Needle has not exactly been, well, scared of their teammates exactly, because, they're always slapping people. It's a little surprising that whatever Free Smart is up to is scaring her, which means it is bad news. It's just, and this, alongside just all of the weird things in the museum and TV's own theft inside of it, with the wall teleporter, it these both kind of add up to, at the very least, imply that Freesmart is somehow messing with or misusing the technology in the museum. Which brings the question, is Freesmart the shadow in GB's flashback? Because according to the shadow, Golfball/Bozo needs to be punished. And with how Pencil and Freesmart generally hate her, they would likely share a similar sentiment, or at the very least Pencil and Match would. There's also the whole, them using a spiked bat to give GB her dimples, which would make sense considering Pencil's general hostility and irrationality towards non-Freesmarters, and to be fair, as we mentioned, also often her own teammates. Now, there's also the leaked IDFB files, which in the shadow is called a quote car thing, which lines up with the multiple vehicles that Freesmart somehow has. Like, seriously, that is a mystery in of itself of how Freesmart has 2 vans, including the super van, and a rocket ship. But I am getting off track. The point is, we know that Prisma has been up to something in the Science Museum. And going back in time to traumatize your enemies would be something that would scare people. And would also kind of be in there with, well, as we mentioned earlier, Prisma doing very, very bad ideas. Which, in turn, just brings up the question, does time travel even exist in BFDI? And as you can see here, the answer is yes, because we see it in BFDI 7, where at least part of Ruby's prize is the time travel. You also see in the scene that at least in BFDI, there is a bit of a circular version of time travel, which basically means that whatever was changed in the past ends up causing the events that result in the time travel in the first place. We also can assume that Freesmart isn't the only one to have time traveled before, considering, well, this book that Golfball has written, which is partially to blame for a lot of this. You would think partially since pretty much most of it is Pencil's fault. But yeah, consider the fact that Golfball is somehow writing a book about BFDI, which at least presumably takes place in late like no, early 2010s in the BCs, like the BCs era. That is definitely reasonable to assume there's some time travel at play there, because that is quite literally impossible if there isn't. Yeah. There's also this comment by Book over on the side here, because I'm pretty sure it is just meant to be a joke, but yeah, this it's I do not know what to make of this, because I think it's just a joke, but it's still noteworthy. So, our conclusion here that sometime between IDFB and BFDIA, Freespot investigated the Science Museum and found something capable of time travel. They used it and traveled back to when Golfball was younger, and the city was, well, an actual city instead of being abandoned, and got revenge for their rivalry and GB's general bossiness. And this event ended up giving GB her dimples, as displayed in her flashback. Golfball ended up forgetting and repressing this before the start of the series. She also doesn't seem to know that Pencil and Prisma were the culprits, considering how their voice was distorted with a vehicle thing they were using with shadows, and also the general fact that, at least in BFTIA, Golfball has a tendency to hold grudges against people, that, she pretty much calls everyone traitors. And yeah, she probably would have held something against Pencil for this, but she does not seem to have that. At least not until Freesmart is formed. Yeah. Needle was likely there. Well, I say likely, but was probably uh, this. Needle was there to witness, and might have even helped due to her newfound Freesmart membership. But it is likely that Bubble was still dead at the time, considering that she only started noticing Freesmart's concerning behavior in BFB 1. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a nervous idea. Okay, apparently the last slide is not here. But yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I do a bunch of other stuff, and I do plan on doing more free reviews in the future, but I don't really know what to do yet. So feel free to recommend more in the comments. Well, have a good day, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye!